No, twins.
Uriah's here. We have to do a little braid.
Been hitting the morning run. It's about 2 miles. 15 minutes hard. Get the day going. Sparring today. We got a drill session, sparring, and a bunch more. Pushing and then boom. Yeah. You're gonna push me forward and now. Ran here from the house. Then got about an hour of nice easy drilling in, which is basically like watching TV, just reviewing your skill set. Got some good technique from a lot, and then went over some of my bread and butter stuff.
1, 2, 3, win!
The plan is to go home, get a little bit of fuel, get my car, and head back to the gym. So I'll be back in 20 minutes. Catching a ride with Steph. She's actually here from the UK with the Train with Tam program. She's going to pick up some of the other Train with Tam guys and drop me off at home. Here's the little bank robber. Here she is in a little outfit. Say hi, Kelly. Hi. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. It's only been 3 months, but this is little Callie Rain. She's our pride and joy. It's a whole different animal. You don't really know until you experience it, firsthand. But it's been a blessing, man. We love this little baby, and with businesses and being an athlete and being a mentor to the guys and everything under the sun, it just prioritizes things, and you're like, oh, well, maybe it's a little more important to go home midday and spend some time with the baby or the family. Yeah, this is the first time preparing for a fight while being a dad, and I'm always pretty good at getting motivation, but this is easy. You have somebody that's looking at you as a provider, protector. She just threw up. Look at you. She's gonna be breaking hearts. She's a little heartbreaker. Turning down all the little boys, saying, sorry, I'm a daddy's girl. Been a minute since I washed the car, man. Been friggin' grinding. When you're training, it's a constant struggle to be refueled. Hydration, food. It's like pressed for time, energy. And so there's water bottles and shaker bottles, and there's some baby gifts. They keep stacking up. Gotta clean this bad dog. It's been a minute.
Urijah is getting a star on the Sacramento Walk of Stars, and that is a big freaking deal.
Thank you.
Not only for the work that you've done in the community, being an entrepreneur, but also, of course, your UFC career and being a trailblazer in the world of MMA.
So thank you to everybody involved in making it happen. And
Good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm really proud of you.
Hey, great job, man. Looking good out there.
You want to keep that energy in here. You want to try to have your small victories inside the room. It's important stuff. Good job, boys. Let's go. Bring it in.
Let's go win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hard rounds on a day of sparring. 6 hard rounds with top dogs. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome, man. It's like you never left, man.
That's right.
That's cool. I like that. That's crazy. The man's 40 years old. It's like Urijah picked up where he left off. It's like he never left. He's a father. And he wants to fight again. It's really difficult, I'm sure. That shows his level of commitment, his mentality.
Woo! Chinatown! I have very limited time, so that's why Trifecta is freaking awesome. I got do a little turkey burger, make this real quick. Training camp, you're burning calories all day. You saw 7:30 running, hour drilling, 40 minutes of sparring. Gluten-free bread, but I'm all out of the buns I had, so I'm gonna use one of hers. Shh, don't tell her. It's very territorial about her special food needs. Right there. Cool. Boom. I got 15 minutes to eat this, another 10 minutes to shower, get ready, head back to an interview with the Sacramento Business Journal to talk about business, the fight biz, trifecta biz, the gym biz, the team biz, real estate. Jaslyn!
Wait, why'd you use that bun? You have your buns too.
Where?
In the pantry.
Okay, see?
Hi.
She's a stickler.
I don't really like to share my
When she was
food.
pregnant, all of our arguments were based on me being inconsiderate about her special eating habits. There's one time I ate one of her special chips, and she's like, "You can eat everything in the world, and you have to eat my chips." And I'm like, I put it back. You know, this is pregnant time, so.
It's a true story. Unfortunately.
Let it go, let it go.
So I had to hustle back to the gym for this Sacramento Business Journal interview, and it's already 1 o'clock, and you've seen what the day's like. This is kind of nuts. Got one more workout today and a couple of meetings, and then it's all baby time. You know, first and foremost, the reason I retired was just because I felt like it. And I was kind of thinking about it. I hadn't really been able to put my feet on the ground and run in a direction of starting a family or settling in without the fight world, and I wanted a breath of that fresh air. I just started getting myself into shape, and it sounded like it would be fun. I have my new baby girl, it's a motivation, and then they threw out the Sacramento card, and I was like, all right, let's do some fights, let's have some fun, let's make some cash. Weight's been good. This is just a grind wrestling practice. We're sparring tomorrow, so we did high intensity drill and no hard live goes. Time! This is all really important stuff. It's just drilling perfection under fatigue, rehashing a bunch of the fundamentals like over and over again.
So what I do is I stuff this and get out to the side.
Even the highest caliber guys are always learning. You talk to Faber, he's always traveling, going to different places, bringing back knowledge from other people in other gyms. And that's what's so great is no matter how good you get in this gym in any aspect, there's always something at next level. There's always more to know, always more to know. And the second that you stop realizing that is the moment you stop growing as a fighter or an athlete.
It's important to keep these tools sharpened. That can be a big difference.
This point in your life right now, you're 40 years old, right?
Yes, sir. Just turned 40 in May.
Something that you still wake up and have the pride when the first time they said that name, California Kid, and you did your first walkout. Do you love it today in 2019 as much as you did back then?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like the sport's growing. It's an exciting time to be in the mix, and that's one of the reasons why you want to throw your hat back in there.
So what makes you want to go back into, you walking into this podcast today, tired as hell from training camp, ready to go back into battle? What is going on in your mind to make you want to do that?
You know, you get motivated by a lot of different things. You get motivated by the guys that aren't doing the right thing within the gym, the guys that are doing the right thing. On top of that, the UFC started offering me fights. They offered me 2 fights on short notice, and I'm thinking, man, they keep offering me these fights, but I'm not a guy that's going to jump in ill prepared. So, but then when you agree, sign on the dotted line, and make the commitment, it's a little nerve wracking. You don't know how your body's going to feel. You know, just strong and healthy, and but little extra body fat, but that doesn't mean you're out of shape. It's just dad bod, you know.
Life ain't for everybody.
Doing it well.
What are you, a bodybuilder now, dude?
Twins.
Bodybuilder? He's coming for the middleweight belt.
Dad bod.
It's just to sharpen up the stuff that Faber's been doing for 15 years already. You know, like we're not trying to reinvent the wheel with this fight. We're trying to get him sharp again, make those strikes and those series and those reactions. I want them to be second nature. I don't want him having to think while he's in there.
getting some new stuff from him, but also rehashing a bunch of my old routines that he knows well. Getting the timing down, getting the tricks right, repetitions, quality repetitions.
Good. Especially when somebody comes off a little bit of a layoff, you want to make sure they're not overthinking things. We can try and teach him new stuff all day long, but I'd rather work on the stuff that got him to where he was. He was the best fighter in the world for a decade for a reason.
That I was saying that I didn't realize from retiring is how much you enjoy like eating compared to when you're retired. You can just eat whenever you want and rest. You have such a better appreciation for shit when you're grinding. But good.
So today's kickboxing session, we really try to hammer in on the reactionary drills, returning off punches, returning off kicks. Urijah getting older, we got to make sure the timing's there, the speed's there. He's fighting a young buck, you know, so we got to make sure the speed and the reaction time is there. That's what we're really focusing on today. He's been looking great for 40 years old. You know, he's got a lot of tricks in his tool shed. He's got nothing to prove anymore, but he's got the legacy still behind him, his team behind him, and he's gonna go out there and rep it out in Sacramento.
It's a nice way to end the day, rest up, sparring tomorrow. Sauna is heaven sent. It's, you know, in practice you work really hard to get to a full-on sweat like this, so, you know, you feel like you're cheating the system when you're in the sauna. You know you're cutting weight, you're not killing your body, so it's a nice little mix. Fit the whole team in, BSing, it's always a lot of fun when you can have the buddies in here. Conversations get out of hand sometimes, but you know, kills the time.
It's just a really good asset to have. Like Faber said, we didn't have one for a decade, so having it now is beautiful. For me, it's just hanging out with your friends.
So juggling business and doing fight camp is no stranger to me. I mean, that's something that I've done my entire career, but definitely in a set period of time of a training camp, you have to put everything on the back burner and trust in the people you have in place. But I enjoy it. You know, there's only so much time during the day that you get for training or can spend in training. It's logical. I know a lot of fighters, they go home, play video games, smoke weed, do whatever. I'm on the grind, man. That's how I roll. So it's a 73 Chevy Nova Super Sport hatchback. Just it's like a go-kart, to be honest. I drive 1.5 miles from the gym to my house. Okay, you guys gonna go for a walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk time. Say bye, guys.
We just keep classical music in the house. It's good for brain development for the baby. So we'll do every little advantage that we can. So this is lunch. I'm doing a little some fruit. We got strawberries, apricots, and grapes. Coconut water, apple cider honey vinegar water, which I've had since I was a kid. Then a little quinoa. I'm gonna make this with some brewer's yeast. You know, when you're in charge, it's always about decision making, you know, so you know what's the best person for what job, or having to decide when to cut something or start something up, you know, and move in a different direction. Just, you know, it's a lot of pivoting and so, you know, being a guy that has to make the decisions, people are always looking at you for what's this answer, what's that answer, and you have to just do your best. So that can be difficult at times. Dude, I thought I would probably own a restaurant at some point, but being in these labor-intensive business scenarios, gyms, restaurants, like it's a grind. I think real estate is going to be more my focus. Entertainment. You know, we produced our first movie this year with a production team. Our Green Fever is the film, first feature film, which is awesome. And I really enjoyed that process. I've got the Vibe Health Bars, which I'm a small part of, and my partner Brandon does a lot of work on that. And gourmet, look at that. Boom. But Jaslyn got me art supplies for my birthday. She talked to my sister and she told her I used to be a good artist. So this is the only picture I've drawn in like 17 years.
Do you have any video proof that you actually drew this?
I don't have any proof. No, I could do it again.
Customer service and dealing with all the account billing issues. I'm putting a lot on his plate right now.
We just had a little managers meeting at the gym, just kind of touching bases on how everything's going and getting some direction.
At least 1 or 2 shifts a week to at
Has
least
it-
get us caught.
Has it already been introduced?
I think the only position that we can utilize her for is bill collecting and maybe kids stuff.
I'm not day to day on the inner workings of this place. I just do, my small part, and so just kind of touching bases and seeing what the latest and greatest is, and just business as usual. So Friday morning, I woke up 1:39. I got down to 1:37 last night, but it's fucking go time, man. Let's do it. We'll go check the scale real quick. 139.2. It's 3 pounds over. Like I said, I hit 137 last night and then got back up to 4 over at 140. So now it's work off this last 3 pounds. I got about 2 hours to do it. So just get it heated up. Toss them on the walls in here. That's not holy water. This is not holy water. Although it's very holy to me at the moment. I'd love to just down this thing. Plastics. It's crazy. I've been cutting weight for 26 years. That's fucking crazy. Let's start shadow boxing. Get the heat going quick. A lot of guys like to sit and wait for the sweat, but I'm gonna force that motherfucker out. Probably get about an hour at the most, in and out. I don't like to punish myself, so we'll sit in here, get the sweat going. If I feel like stepping out, I step out. Oh man, I'm pouring already. Keep pouring some of this on my head, which feels great. We're trying to make this as easy as possible. I got ice and cold water.
Like $1 million with this ice.
I'm excited for this opponent. I think he thinks he's gonna win. That's perfect. I've had a history of getting guys off of long win streaks. It's like they're gonna give them their shot to fight me, to try to make a name. They're like 8-fight win streak, 6-fight win streak, 12-fight win streak, and then get shut down. 136.1, still sweating. Done. Mission accomplished, 3 pounds. It's getting a little movement going. I feel like the weight cut was so easy this time. The way Trifecta, RP Systems, the UFC PI, the Performance Institute put things together, it was like seamless. Miss Rah in here in the mix. Crafty Vet. 2008 was the first time that Miss Rah put the braids in.
No, it's not a quick sit down. I mean, especially with Urijah's hair, we have to do little braids because his hair's so thin. So it takes about over an hour.
The braids basically served a purpose. Keep my long hair out of the eyes. I'm a traditionally a guy that gets a haircut a couple times a year. And then, of course, I'm a Cali guy. Tupac, California Love. the cornrows. Got to know Snoop real well when we had the Snoop cast. He actually hit me up yesterday about this fight, and yeah, he appreciated the cornrows for sure.
The hair braiding process has been the same. Rara, you know, we try to get her as much as possible. She's our local hairdresser.
Yeah, you know, I'm not that hungry, but I know I'm probably not gonna eat because I don't feel like it, so I'm kind of forcing myself to eat a little bit of this meal that was prepped for me. Some beets, some chicken, some quinoa, some almonds, a little radish.
I have mixed feelings about it. I'm happy for him because I know he loves to do this, but at the same time, I was hoping it would really be the end of fighting. Well, I don't watch. I usually just go and be alone and pray. Of course, I want him to win, but the most important thing to me is that he doesn't get injured in such a way that's going to be, you know, long-lasting. That's most important. And I pray for his opponent as well, because that person has a mother too.
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I think yesterday at weigh-ins, I kind of got emotional deep down. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I had to keep myself from tearing up, but I'm excited for him. I know he loves to do it, and he's excited, so he's gonna win. Hoping for the best. I mean, I do know that he has more fights left on his contract, so that's kind of one of the reasons why he did come back. And I mean, I just support whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy. And people keep reminding me that he's been doing this for so long that kind of gives me some reassurance not to worry too much that this is his profession. So I asked him a couple of weeks ago what motivates him inside of the ring to beat up the other guy, and he said he just looks at him and thinks this guy wants to embarrass me, he wants to take my money, and he wants to hurt me. And so today I was like, and add in that guy wants to hurt Callie and see if that helps.
All right, so it took about maybe an hour and a half, maybe an hour 40 minutes to do Uriah's hair. His hair is a little shorter than normal, so I really had to, you know, the ends. But we made it work out. He looks amazing.
Love it, Brian. Thank you. Let's go, guys. You know, this ride's different because it's in Sacramento. Normally we're on a bus with the other fighters or on a car with the other fighters, and it's fine, it's chill. We got a couple hours till war, so it's, you know, no need to get the blood boiling when we just have to sit around for a while. So
he knows how to perform and more confident in his abilities. Like, you know, it's just about going out there and him doing what he does best, performing. And if he does that, you get the hand raised.
Yeah, I'm just coming from Russia, hanging out here a little bit, and now I go with one of the biggest legends in this game in corner. I feel great, honestly.
This arena's sick, huh? Look at that arena. Hello, Heidi.
How are you, darling?
Good, girl.
Watch your chairs. Keep going. We're going all the way back. Keep coming. Just keep walking straight. Watch the table, you're right.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good night, man. We're lucky. Sacramento's about to get blessed tonight, man.
Nada de Sacra Fib's back.
the near future, I'm gonna go home and kiss my little baby. I'm gonna wake her up if she's asleep, and give Jaslyn a big hug and my whole family. I didn't want to be too cocky, coming out of here, but I was like, we'll see how I feel. But I know how I feel. I mean, I feel great. I've always felt great. So, still got it. So it's pretty amazing getting honored the Walk of Stars in Sacramento, which is a fairly new thing, but means a lot. I'm in some great company. Being inducted, it's cemented in the streets of Sacramento now that I'm someone to look at and make Sacramento proud. So, it says a lot. I've been a guy that's followed my passion, especially coming off of that big win. The comeback fight here in Sacramento made the whole community proud. So, my message tonight, I get to give a little speech, was just to encourage people to think big, to encourage people to push through adversity and to strive for not perfection but progress, and to follow their hearts and their passions, and that's what I've done. So the reward is continuing to come to me. I've got a blessed life and a great support system, especially this community. So honored and ready to go home and kiss the baby.